Welcome back to the Victors Nation podcast. I am your host, Jason Robinson. The other boys, Derek McCarty and Dre Fame. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for free. Also follow us and listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Boys, real quick, Nebraska went into Lincoln. Matt Rule got biffed, and we won in the trenches. Probably should have won a little bit more, but we walked into our trap and we took over that trap. But still a good win against that crybaby coach. I love it. I've been waiting for that ever since his stupid ass comments about sign stealing. So it wasn't the signs this time. I don't really know what to think about that program, but there it is. Walked into our trap, took over our trap, and we got the W. That's all I care about. And real quick too, since the start of 23, Michigan is now 8-0 in games where the head coach has been suspended. So I don't know if that's something we should really celebrate, but I'm going to take the 8-0 of interim head coaches with a winning record. So love it. Not a good segue there, but let's get into it.
Yeah, well, we never.
I told you
once
our Go ahead.
We never talked about it. We hit the bye week and we took a bye week, so we never really recapped the game, and we'll talk about some stuff from that game. But yeah, I mean, there were moments where we should have blown the doors off. I felt like we should have won by probably at least 2 scores in that game. I feel like there's a couple big plays that Nebraska had that maybe they shouldn't have. Two scores that they had that they shouldn't have. Right, they never should have had the Hail Mary at the end of the first half. Chalk that one up to a learning experience for everybody. And also, like, what the hell are we doing on a play like that? Dropping TJ Guy back into coverage at the goal line. Like, why are you taking one of your best pass rushing defensive ends and not rushing the quarterback with him on a play where you know they are passing? And why aren't you having your secondary guys that are used to covering and trying to read balls in the air at the goal line, trying to make a play? It was like, yeah.
Hey, to give him credit, he did have an interception week 1, and it was one.
He did.
I did love that. But why we didn't call a timeout, taking the time machine and going back a little prior? Why the hell did we never call a timeout there? I don't know. God knows we'll find out at some point, but still, we got the W. But my God, I just don't understand.
To be honest, man, I'll be glad some of this stuff be happening to us, bro. It'd be learning experiences for our young players.
It is good.
I don't be mad. I don't be mad at some of the stuff. Too. I was mad at that though. I was definitely mad at that Hail Mary, but some of the stuff, man, I like it because of the learning experience.
But I think coaching too. It's like this is like kind of common sense. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we had that touchdown that we gave up that we should not have. And then when we were about to really, I feel like, blow the doors off the game, our defensive line was unblockable all game. But we were about to get the ball back with a short field and extended the drive with just a boneheaded penalty is what it was, and that turned into that gave them life, and they went down the field and they scored on that drive. So
I don't like the penalty. Like, yeah, that wasn't too smart, but I don't know, man. I just like his style, man. He just doesn't give a shit, and I think Draper and I know that he commented right now, so it's kind of like ties together, but like, he commented something on like what I said about Hillman, how he plays violent. But,
yes.
Man, like, I don't really mind it. It's pretty much, you can tell his mentality. I know he's got to be smarter. I know he's got to be smarter, but all I'm saying is, like, he's just got the, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. It's Michigan and it's nobody else.
Facts.
And I know it was a dumb penalty, not smart. I deleted a ton of comments and posts from that too. By the way, his mom's in our group, so I'd probably keep your mouth shut. But yeah, I got rid of a few people. But yeah, I get it. But still, I mean, I just like his play and I just like his mindset.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I feel like we're the same. He's like my soul animal, man. Like, I just like the guy.
And
that's my favorite.
Right
that's
after
my favorite player on defense right now.
Yeah, it is.
Right after that, though, you know, conventional coaching wisdom says that you take a guy off the field to cool off like that. A couple plays later, he almost knocked somebody's head off.
And he was smiling.
Yeah,
you see it? He was smiling. That's what Draper posted in our page. He just commented, everyone, like, he had a picture of him close up grinning before the receiver turned his head because he knew he's going to absolutely destroy him, dismantle this person. Like, that person's wired.
Drape, you gotta send that. You gotta send that to me, bro. I want to get that sign, bro. You gotta send that to me, bro. Yeah, it's on the page.
Yeah,
you definitely gotta send that to me, bro.
That's a fucking football player. That's a football player.
Yeah, I love his intensity, man. His intensity to the game is crazy. Every time we play a red team, he hate the red team. Like his energy, bro.
And we're about to play another one. We're about to play a third one.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I love his energy, bro. I love it.
It was a dumb penalty. We would have got the ball back, and we would have probably ended up with 3 possessions with a field goal or a 6. But, man, this guy's got to stay on the field. I mean, he changes games. Like, receivers don't want to catch the ball around him. He's like Weapon X. He's like Brian Dawkins 2.0. That's what he is.
Yeah, bro, that's
receivers
crazy.
Receivers don't want to go up the middle on him because he's hurting people. Remember last year those 2 hits he had?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Those guys probably will medically retire at some point from that hit, and it's a year after.
He got that hate in him, bro. He got like you said, it's Michigan and nobody else, and I love it, man. I love it, man. Every time I see him, bro, I tell him, bro, you that dude, bro. You that dude, bro. You gonna kill
him and Jaishawn
over with, bro. Yeah, facts.
Him and Jaishawn Barham, right?
Hey, how he playing himself into a first round pick.
Top 10.
He playing real. He playing himself into a first round pick, and I love it.
Draper again about Hillman. Jason convinced me he's a maniac. Definitely out of the Brian Dawkins book.
Yeah,
facts.
He's not. I mean, have you ever seen Brian?
I call him
Dawkins,
Sean Taylor.
Dude, Brian Dawkins, though, bro. I mean, he'd be talking to himself before the game.
Oh yeah,
like he was not wired correctly.
And that was one of my favorite safeties growing up, bro. He used to kill people, bro. Yes, bro. He used to kill people, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Max.
Yeah.
What's up, Max?
What's up, dude?
Max, can anyone in our schedule get past our defense? I don't think so.
No. That's what I've been telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If we would have passed week 2, we was going undefeated. That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying.
Undefeated every year, so.
No, don't get me wrong. There's
bro, because our schedule and what we did last year. Maybe I was wrong, but you know,
our schedule is certainly favorable. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's not some stuff to clean up defensively. So the status of Zeke Berry, getting Zeke Berry back healthy will be huge. I feel like there still has been lapses in coverage in the secondary. I feel like double moves still beat our corners pretty easily. They always seem to bite on the double move. But look at what we're getting. Jaden Sanders, I think he was our highest graded cornerback per Pro Football Focus against Nebraska. He had a fantastic game. Edot is getting a lot of run already as a true freshman too. We're getting a lot of young guys exposure. They're hitting hard though, and Rodmore is on his way back. I don't know how fully 100% he's going to be, but having that type of leadership back in the secondary, that is just a football mind that understands what the defense is trying to do and what the offense is trying to do on a given play, that's going to be huge.
Really big, important games as well, too. So that's
correct.
Massive for communication.
And let me ask y'all a question. No, I stepped away and went to the bathroom when Rod made his first hit, right? Where was he lined up at? Was he a safety? Was he the cornerback? Like, where was he lined? Because I didn't see. So where was he lined up at?
I can't remember if he was at nickel. I don't know.
I can't remember either.
Okay.
That game was just all a blur to me. Like, it was just crazy.
No, I went to the bathroom, man, and they showed the replay. I'm like, oh, okay, he got a tackle, but I just didn't know where he was lined up when he got the tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. P. Maximus with another comment here. Safety positions loaded with more TJ Metcalf, Mangum, Mason Curtis, and with Hillman. I mean, yeah, it's a solid group. And the thing about our defense is, I will say, watching the corners play, that's where my biggest concern is on the defense, is consistent corner play. But our defense I feel like our defense is. Our week 4 defense was better than our week 2 defense, and that's what you want to see, right? You want to see the team getting better. I think the transition of Jaishawn Barham to fully basically playing on the edge, and then bringing in Cole Sullivan and Jimmy Rolder, rotating in with Ernest Hausman. Talk about another young player that's going to be highly impactful. Cole Sullivan. Every time that he's been on the field, he's been an impact player. I don't know how you keep him off the field.
Every game he's made a play. So we had Hill kind of miss another interception again, possibly a pick 6, and who is there? It's Cole Sullivan. Like, that guy is just football smart for a sophomore, dude. And Jimmy Roller, shout out to him.
All I know is I feel like our corners will have much more success if our D line got a little bit more consistent pressure. Like, it seemed like our D line ain't. I'm not trying to compare them to last year, but obviously they was first top 15 picks. But our defensive line got it. Oh, they did. I'm just saying. That's why our secondary looked a little better last game, because they had 7 sacks last game, 6 sacks or something like that.
7 sacks, and at least 3 more. At least 3 more that were missed sacks that we missed a tackle that we had them in our arms.
But
as a corner, you don't got to cover that long if your man's getting sacks. You know what I mean?
But some of those were corners. Some of those were corners that missed those sacks. It could have been sacks, but at the same time, shout out to Oklahoma and Nebraska. I mean, we've been playing some mobile quarterbacks that cause a lot of missed tackles in all of college football as well too. But at the same time, they're going to get the ball out quick. I mean, Michigan's D-line the last couple of years, quarterbacks of the opposition on offense has been getting the ball out quick.
We just need to come together as a well cohesive unit before we get to this. I mean, it's Big Ten play, but I really don't care about no game this season, bro. I just want to beat Ohio State, bro. To be honest, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Local.
I swear, bro. I just want to beat Ohio State, bro. Like, I know I ain't talking about I want to lose no more games, but bro, I'm really just looking forward to this Ohio State game, bro. You just don't understand, bro. I love when we play them, bro. The hate
that's always
is real, and
that's always the one. That's always the one that that matters the most. But I mean, I want to get back in the playoffs too. Like I want to be playing after Thanksgiving weekend.
If we went out, you know what I'm saying, we definitely gonna get in the playoffs. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, I want to beat on Ohio State, man. For real.
P. Maximus corner Zeke Berry, Jair Hill, Caleb Anderson, all scheduled to be back from injuries. Zeke Berry, Jair Hill, those are the big ones. Jair has been the one that's been kind of the most vulnerable to the double moves. And it's kind of like a Brandon Hillman thing, though, right? Is that aggressiveness. He also, Cole Sullivan got interception because of the aggressiveness of jumping at his instinct. So get some coaching. Get some coaching in him. He played a lot of football last season. But I'd like to see a good step forward there. But I'm excited for what I've seen out of Jaden Sanders. And I hope we get a fully healthy Zeke Berry back.
I think he'll be healthy. I think he'll be full. Well, I ain't gonna say fully healthy because ain't nobody fully healthy, but you know
once the season starts, there's no such thing.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be all right enough to give it a go.
Yeah. Max, not impressed with OSU, and it's at home. That game is always going to be a toss-up for sure.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm not worried about Ohio State, but at the same time, I'm worried about Ohio State. You always got to be worried about your enemy, man. If you ain't worried about your enemy, you already lost. You feel me? They worried about us right now. You best believe that shit.
Always. Let's take a moment here before we get into talking a little bit more about some of the last few games. So it's October now officially, and September was Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is not just a month for us. It's something that we have and will continue to highlight and find ways to support. So we posted it out there to revisit if you hadn't during our bye week, but a few weeks back we did an episode with Katie Fuller. Her daughter Cora Fuller, 6 years old, currently battling childhood leukemia. We've put together these Cora Crew shirts that you can get at thevictorsnation.com/shop. All proceeds from the shirts are being donated to the Fuller family. I'm wearing mine tonight for it. So if you haven't, if you want to know how you can support the family, reach out to us. Visit the store, thevictorsnation.com/shop, and get yourself a Cora's Crew shirt. It's got the schedule on the back of it, which I think Cora was probably most excited about when we showed her what the shirts were going to look like. But if you want to donate to the family directly, reach out to us. We'll help make sure that that's possible. And we appreciate the support, and the Fullers certainly appreciate your support as well.
Thank you.
But first 4 weeks of the season, so Michigan is coming off of their first bye week at 3-1, coming off of a road win in Nebraska in a game that should have been a much bigger win, but also coming off of 2 weeks of head coach being suspended. What are your guys' thoughts after the first 4 games of the season? In general first, and then I want to get into some specifics. And the biggest topic of conversation is probably going to be Bryce Underwood. But what are your general thoughts on what you've seen, what you've liked, what you're concerned about? Jason, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I want to see complementary football. And we have seen it in some instances as well, too. I mean, we definitely saw some light week 1 compared to, like, all of last year or the year prior, I should say. But running game looks solid. I think the offensive line is definitely clicking a little bit better than it was last year, too. Younger and some key pieces. It needs to stay healthy. But overall, I think the offense is pretty good. One thing we're concerned about is the receivers. Same thing last year, like, we didn't have a quarterback. Yeah, that was a part of it. But at the same time, are we creating separation? Are we running the right routes? Do we know the plays? Are we getting open, and are we extending drives? And right now, I think that's my biggest concern with the drops. We need to change something. Get Andrew Marsh in there. Change something up. We were talking about this before we went live. Yes, we're human. We have personal conversations and we're fans outside of this as well too. But that is my number one room right now that I have the most concern with. You did not bring in Chip Lindsey or Bryce Underwood to run the ball or hand the ball off. We got a solid running game. I love what Hayes is doing right now. I love what Marshall's doing right now. They killed Nebraska. Those were the guys. Those are studs right now for us. But at the same time, like, man, we're going to have to be able to pass the ball, and I got some big concerns with the receivers that we have right now. Time to wake up. We're on to our 5th game right now. And we're also playing the number 1 rushing defense in the country. People keep saying we're going to step on Wisconsin, and Derek and I are local here. We want to beat the shit out of the Badgers, right? But at the same time, they're the number 1 rushing defense, which adds in tradition. I feel like we always play the number 1 rushing defense. It seems like every week we play the number 1 rushing defense, right? Or top 5 or top 3.
I was about to say Nebraska was like top 3 or something like that, wasn't it? Nebraska was up there, wasn't it?
Secondary passing.
Oh, okay. It was
They're
number 1 pass. Okay.
Team, but but at the same time, yeah, we got the number 1 run, and if we can't pass the ball, let's say we get stuck in the first half next week, and they get lucky on some plays and some of our miscues. Special teams is gonna have to turn it up too. I'm not impressed. I'm really not. So right now, special teams and the receivers gotta get your shit together, boys. You got some work to do, big time. And yeah, we had some mistakes in the secondary. We did. But we also always got a very solid defensive line. Quarterback's always going to get the ball, and they're always going to run a quick slant or something like that. And we're Michigan. I mean, even Bowling Green in 2023, and there's a couple other teams. You lob the ball up, it's just going to be caught. I don't know. We just get unlucky with that sometimes. But we need to figure out the special teams, and more importantly, the receiver group has got to get their shit together. And I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. Run your routes, know the plays, catch the damn ball. Because there was some that were right in their fucking hands. And I want Marsh to play. I want to see Marsh, and I want to see Peyton O'Leary too. I want to see Peyton O'Leary out there as well. Because I got some concerns.
Yeah, P. Maximus threw a comment in here where it is Marsh and Browder don't block well, and that's a must at Michigan. It absolutely is and has been within the identity that Michigan has developed
if they don't
developed over the last couple of years.
Give them a chance. I mean, I don't understand practice is practice, but give them a chance in a live game, man. And like stop giving them these wide receiver screens. I mean, these receiver screens on the outside, so they gotta block, man. Let these boys run. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, bro, the play calling, it's been cool, but it's been a little bullshit as well. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, that's my concern. It's more play calling. I mean, receivers definitely got to step it up and quit dropping the damn ball. But at the same time, man, I feel like our plays is repetitive. We see the same thing over and over. Every drive, we see a wide receiver screen. You know what I'm saying? Or a pass out there to the, you know what I'm saying? Like it's every drive, bro. Like, come on, man. And then we sprinkle it in with a trick play every now and again. Like, we got to do better, man. Watching the NFL this weekend, since, you know what I'm saying, we ain't had no game and we was on a bye. I'm just like, bro, it's stuff that we can do. That offenses that's doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's more creative stuff that our boys can do, and they ain't doing it. It's like I don't understand it, bro. I don't be understanding how play calling works. I know I'm not an offensive coordinator, so you know what I'm saying. That ain't really my job and to critique it and nothing like that. But I just feel like it's play calling. The play calling got to get better. Like I said, these little receiver screens, they work every now and again, but man, not every drive, bro.
Not against good teams.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's every drive we get one of them. Like, especially, you know what I'm saying? They honing in on it. I mean, luckily Justice Haynes been and Marshall been running they tail off, and they let Bryce run a little bit. That's opening it up, but like once that gets shut down by one of these good defenses that can stop the run for real. Luckily, we've been playing defense that ain't been able to stop the run. You see what happened with Oklahoma; they could stop the run, and we got lucky because of a missed assignment. That's how Justice Haynes popped that long run. So it's just play calling for me, man. I mean, like I said, wide receivers definitely got to step it up, and we need a little switch in the room to see what's going on and who we got. But I feel like it's all play calling. You know what I'm saying? This play calling definitely ain't gonna work against these elite teams going to the play if we're trying to get to the playoffs. I mean, it might work against. I mean, because a lot of teams right now is breaking in quarterbacks in young in our league in the Big Ten. It's a lot of young teams in the Big Ten right now. It ain't really too many veteran teams besides Penn State. You know what I'm saying? So, Ohio State got a freshman quarterback or I don't know if he's a freshman or a sophomore, but he a brand new starter. It's just a lot of stuff going on in the Big Ten. So we got a chance to win. It's just
a transfer from Bama.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to do great things. It's just play calling, working our play calling take us.
So I think that there's a lot of depth to that, though. I think I did not think that it was a poorly called game against Nebraska. I thought that there were some issues executing, and part of that was hanging onto the ball when it's in your hands. Now, also, Bryce is a true freshman quarterback. There are some times where, it's a drop, but I think it was Samaj had a drop where Bryce threw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to him, and they were like 5 yards apart. Just floated over to him and let him catch it and be in space.
He got to learn how to touch. Yeah. He got to learn. I mean, but that all comes with him playing, man. You know what I'm saying? He a talent with great arm talent. You know what I'm saying? He just got to learn how to get the touch on the ball and when the floaters. I mean, it'll come. But you still got to catch the balls.
Act of urgency, like I love the urgency from Bryce. Like just being 18 years old, reading the field as he does too. About like, he gets the ball out quick. It's like a Joel Milton, but he's more accurate.
So it's
fucking fingers
way more.
But when it comes to play calling too, you got to remember that we've got a lot of new players and new roles, and have had a lot of injuries, especially across the offensive line, and so there's also an element of it that there's still probably some of the playbook that is being developed in that isn't executed well enough consistently to be dialed up in game time situations, right? So because you've got young guys playing together, meshing together for the first time, a lot of backups in on the offensive line, right? We had two backup guards playing on the offensive line. We got to kind of go with the offense that we feel comfortable executing. And some of the stuff that they've added in, because our screens have been, I'd say, highly predictable, right? When we're 2 by 1, or if we're 2 by 1 and we put Bredesen in motion towards the receivers, it's going to be a screen. If we're 3 by 1, there's a good chance it's going to be a screen. But the wrinkle that has been added to it is when Bredesen goes in motion, and I don't know if this is dialed up as an RPO or not, but I don't know if you noticed against Nebraska, when Bredesen would go in motion, or if they put a running back in motion, if the linebacker went, they ran the ball. If the linebacker stayed, they threw a screen, right? So a wrinkle where you read that linebacker, and if that linebacker flows towards the play, then you run the ball, because then there's one less guy in the box, and you trust the offensive linemen to do their jobs. If the linebacker doesn't flow towards the ball, now you, in theory, have numbers on the perimeter if you hit the screen, right? That's a good wrinkle to throw into it to continue to add depth. I think the running game also has been opened up, because after Oklahoma, I think they finally took the training wheels off of Bryce running the football and realized, hey, we've got this unit as a quarterback. Let's unleash him a little bit, And just the threat of Bryce running and the fact that there's some dialed up design quarterback runs, I think that that's helped open up the running game, because now it's not just full on gap responsibility, outnumber Michigan's offensive lineman at the point of attack. There's some concern for what's Bryce doing.
Sweep with Andrew
Marsh
as well too. You don't know. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got a couple more comments.
We gotta tighten up for sure.
A couple more comments that have come in. Wisconsin is number 1 at stopping the run. Our running back room is on the clock.
And our offensive line this is a good game.
I ain't worried about us running.
Wisconsin.
I ain't worried about us running, bro.
Wisconsin has a very good defense. Like every year they have a very good defense, and they're very typically good at keeping games close and stopping the run. Yeah, it's just Michigan, but we cannot overlook this team. They got a head coach that's on the hot seat.
Oh, no doubt.
To all the Badger fans out there calling for Luke Fickell's head, I think you need to look at your university. Who are you going to get as the head coach if he's gone? I think you got issues with revenue sharing, and you got a university that potentially really won't accept NIL in the world that we live in. I don't really think it's Luke Fickell. I think you fans really need to actually know what you're talking about, because Luke Fickell I don't really think is the problem right now. It's who can he get right now if the university doesn't open up that checkbook, and they're not doing that. And Wisconsin does have a really good brand, but it's also a very top public university like the University of Michigan is. But these Badger fans calling for Luke Fickell, I'm not defending the guy. I could care less what happens to that program. I've lived here all my life, and I fucking hate the team. I've always been a Michigan fan. But at the same time, your fan base, man, I don't think you guys know what the hell you guys are talking about with fire Luke Fickell. That's not your number one concern right now. Your number one concern right now is the University of Wisconsin. But it'll be a good test for our offensive line, and we definitely need a game like this. 5th game of the year, but after a bye week, and then getting into more tougher competition in conference play. So, but yeah, they're always a tough team. Always.
Yeah.
Every year.
For sure. For sure. They've been at least. P. Maximus again. So here's another topic that we haven't talked about too much, but we've talked about it a couple times. And Dre, I think if I remember correctly, we talked about it with the Nebraska guys when we did our joint pod with those guys. But who's your preference at punt return? Every time someone is back there, I cringe. So do I, and I don't know the answer to that. But our punt game and punt return game has been awful. Absolutely.
The longest punt I think was 10 yards.
I'm gonna take Samaj because he been doing it the longest. I'm gonna take Samaj. He the most comfortable is back there. I trust him the most when it comes to that. Maybe it's because he, like I said, he did it the most or got the most reps with it. But that's who I trust. Yeah, you know what I'm saying with that situation. I do.
Our punting game too, Derek, like you mentioned, woof. I cringe more than the punt returning. No offense, but I
facts. It's the punt for me.
What the?
Yeah, it's the punts for me.
Doing?
I really ain't worried about our return game. Our return game ain't as bad.
Punter.
We ain't had no turnovers.
We ain't had no turnovers. Our
my
defense
bad.
is going back to back out there. Offense isn't spending enough time out there, maybe in the first half of the game, and now they're having to defend almost in their territory and almost in the red zone. The punting game has been trash. I feel the last couple of years. Trash.
But I'm with P Maximus here on the punt returns. How many? We gotta lose probably on average between 5 and 10 yards of field position because we don't field them. We don't field the punts in the air. We let them bounce, and
they're gonna drop them half the time. That's why.
But now let me ask y'all. Is that the coaching telling them to field it, or let it bounce, or is that
telling them to not field it because they're not catching? They don't feel confident then catching the ball. We've had issues last year. We had issues again this year.
The last couple of years.
We had issues in 2023 with this in the Bama game twice.
Yeah,
that almost cost us the game twice.
Yes. I don't know. But I think that is huge.
I was pissed.
That is huge. Another comment here from Max. Totally understand our receivers need to stop dropping the ball for sure, but also Bryce needs to not 100 miles per hour on every pass. I agree. That's what I was just talking about.
It's all about learning.
Brett Favre the shit out of that ball. I don't care if it's 2 yards away.
It's all about learning.
These boys better start catching the ball.
Comment here from CG72. Play action pass is a must on a team like Wisconsin. Absolutely. And I think we've incorporated that a decent amount, and I think continuing to move the pocket with Bryce, continuing to roll him out, get him in space, I think that is also going to be important. Another comment here from Max. Brady used to throw bullets, but also had touch, which is what Bryce will learn, and not worried. For sure. He's 18 years old, playing, learn. Yeah, playing at the second highest level of football, right? The highest level of football is the NFL. Second highest level of football is when you're playing in the Big Ten or the SEC, right? And that's what he's doing at 18 years old. For sure.
He'll be all right.
So speaking of Bryce, let's talk about Bryce specifically. And we've touched on some of this stuff, but through the first 4 games, I'll say that there's a couple of things that stand out. And the narrative, if you go on social media from opposing fan bases, is, oh, you should ask this guy for his money back. His completion percentage is this and that.
I've deleted so many people, dude.
That is all 100% box score watching. That is people that have not watched the games. Is there opportunity for improvement? Tons, absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah,
are there some mistakes? Are there some mistakes that he's made? Absolutely. Do I think that in Oklahoma they had training wheels on him instead of unleashing them? Absolutely. Put that on the coaches. But I think overall he has the 5th most drops. He's the quarterback that has the 5th most number of passes dropped by his receivers. That doesn't help. So I think when people are missing the boat when they try and bash Bryce Underwood to Michigan fans, because any Michigan fan that watches the game knows that his numbers would be significantly different if he had a little bit of help, right? His numbers against Nebraska would have been significantly different if a couple of plays had went just a little bit differently, right? A couple of those drives would have been extended without the drops against Nebraska. We would have had a touchdown pass. Donovan McCauley, who has probably been the most consistent receiver, man, I don't know. His foot might have been a millimeter out of bounds. Whatever the call was going to be on the field was going to stand on that play. But still, you got to get that foot in, man. Get that foot in. If you want to play on Sundays, you got to catch that ball with 2 feet.
He tried.
He tried, but the best of the best come down with that pass.
Yeah, he had time to get his foot back a little bit.
And so hit a couple of those passes. He was not off. He hasn't been off much. He has been making good decisions. Yeah, he fumbled, right? That's gonna happen. But he's made pretty good decisions. Overall, I'm in a pretty good spot with Bryce. I'm pretty confident. I would not. I feel good. I feel good with him with the ball in his hands. Last year, I did not feel good with the ball in anybody's hands except for Khalil Mullins or Colston Loveland. This year, I feel good every single drive when Michigan has the ball. The thing that makes me scratch my head sometimes is the play calling on that drive, and sometimes it's killed by just execution, which could come from a drop pass or a missed block, or there's been 1 or 2 times where like Justice Haynes caught a screen pass and just slipped trying to make his cut upfield. Like stuff like that has killed the drives. But what do you guys think? 4 games in. Go ahead, Dre. 4 games in. What's your assessment?
I like screens. Don't get me wrong, but bro, like I said, watching football this weekend, I see so many people do creative ass screens, bro, and we just be throwing. We run down the line and throw it to them. Like, bro, what is going on? Where's the bro? Where is creativity at, bro? We need something different, bro. Like our offense is so. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't even know what to call it, bro. Like the play calling is crazy to me, man, and it's. I mean, it's been working so far. We only lost one game, so I shouldn't be complaining like this. But for us to be an elite team, we gotta have, you know what I'm saying, elite play. And right now, our offense ain't giving us elite play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to say Chip was the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Sharon ain't letting him do what he do, or I don't know what's going on, but I keep asking people, is this the Chip Lindsey offense he ran in where he come from, North Carolina, and people keep telling me they don't know. Like, I mean, I guess, like, yeah, is this the same type of offense?
Similar.
Or it's something new? Okay. I'm like, cause bro, I'm like, what made us pick him? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just want us to be dope, man. And right now, man, it's disappointing to see all of these good offenses doing these creative things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how they getting scheming players open and the way they doing things. Like, bro, it's just real frustrating for me to watch.
A lot of that week
as a
one.
Michigan fan.
Saw a lot of that week one, and then we digressed into week two, and it was just basic bitch football. So
that's what I'm saying, and it just died. It went away.
I'm sorry. I think Chip's a little bit more creative than we're getting him credit for, and I think Drain. I mean, you know that too, and Derek knows that. Like, I don't know. I think he is kind of being handcuffed a little bit. I really think.
Yeah. And
maybe maybe he is, but I don't like it. He got to get unhandcuffed because, bro, let's do something, bro. And maybe he is handcuffed because he know about our limitations that we have. You know what I'm saying? About the limitations that maybe that's the issue as well. Our limitations that we have on offense. You know what I'm saying?
It's a trust factor, and if it's limitations, then we talked about it like before we did when we went live. Then you got to get new guys in the rotation. Like an Anthony Marshall, we gotta start figuring this shit out. If they're not gonna touch balls, if you're not gonna make tackles, you're out. Next guy up. We should have enough talent.
Man, let's see who we got.
There should be no more excuses.
Let's see what we got, man. Y'all rotating
deep.
with
That's
the cornerbacks.
We're deep here. We're deep in this position group. Where the fuck's the depth at?
Let's see.
Start benching some of these guys that aren't here, that aren't making tackles and aren't catching balls, and get these other boys in that.
Let's see what's going on. Let's see.
I personally wanted to go after Joe Sloan from LSU. Long shot. We were never going to get him, but that was my target for OC.
Hey, man, you never know who we're going to get unless we try. We probably ain't tried.
I'm still fine with I think Chip's still a good hire, and we just got to see, but...
I think so.
I'm not out on Chip. Don't get me wrong. I'm not out on Chip. I'm just saying, like, what's going on? Like, we look like last year. We don't look like the same. We don't look nothing different. We just got different players. We look the same.
Yeah. I think Moore is also living in the past with 23 and 24. Just run the ball. Like, we're going to run it 33 times against Penn State. Okay, Sharon, you don't have your same dominant offensive line like you did in the past. You don't have the same receivers as well, too. Like, you got to get with... If that's the problem, dude, you got to change, because every year your team's potentially going to look different. I don't care if you guys got coming back junior, senior year. And I honestly think he's an offensive line guy. He's an offensive line coach. And props to him. He's got a few Joe Moore awards under his belt, but should have been times three straight years. But I still think he's kind of living in the past with what Jim had. And it's time to, I think, maybe let Chip run this offense a little bit more on more modern offense, because something we might not never know, but something's not clicking with me.
Something, man.
With our head coach.
I'm telling you, man.
But we gotta get over this shit, and it's time to move on.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. But I don't like this offense that we running with this 5-star number 1 quarterback. That's a generational talent. We got to do something better.
Week 2.
Oh yeah, facts. But we got to do better. We got to do from shit, like I said, from shit that I've been seeing all around college football and NFL. Man, there's so much shit we could be running and doing, and more creative we can be. You know what I'm saying? NFL is a creative game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like the Lions, bro, they show me something every week, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, I ain't never seen this before.
I wanted to see was complimentary football, and we've seen it some games, but creativity. And yeah, we've seen it on offense sometimes, but like it's like we're almost like so complacent against better teams. Like I don't. Why are we so afraid to open up the playbook? Like, oh, we're holding shit.
Bro.
Just shut the fuck. If we're a better team, we shouldn't be holding anything. Fucking go out there and play football.
Right.
Agreed. Sick of hearing that shit.
Hey, at first, I used to say that shit too, bro.
Just play fucking football.
I used to say that shit.
So
I ain't gonna lie. I used to say it like, bro, we playing somebody
coach. Coach football and trust your fucking talent and get your head out of your ass from what 2023 was. Great team 144. Loved them. But it's 2025. All right? Who's your talent? What can we do on offense? We might not be able to run the ball like we used to. We might not have the offensive line like we did in 21, 22, and 23. Okay,
no,
man.
Running the ball great.
Start, but still,
third in the nation in Russia.
I get that, but like we got to start throwing the fucking ball too.
Yeah,
that's what Lindsay is here for.
And so the thing is too, we're gonna get to a comment here in a minute, but to touch on last couple of things. The thing is with running the football is it's primarily all home runs. There hasn't been a lot of drives where it's run for 4 yards, pick up the first down, run for 6 yards, run for 6 yards, run for 4 yards, right? 10-yard pass, 8-yard pass. There hasn't been a lot of drives like with JJ and Blake and Donovan and Loveland and when we had Roman Wilson and Cornelius Johnson, we basically drive after drive, the other team was looking at us like a 6 to 8 minute methodical drive that just moved down the field. And put points on the board. We're not doing that right now. It's all home runs. So our running stats are looking good. It's just different where it's looking good, not due to long drives where we control the clock, but due to big plays that we're hitting, which is great. But being able, what I would like to see is, what I would like to see with development on the offense is more longer sustained drives that are more methodical. But P. Maximus chimed in here on the other side of the ball. Are you concerned about our constant rotation on the D-line when we play hurry-up offenses and can't change players? Yes, and the thing I'm concerned about the most is I can't remember what drive it was. I can't remember if it was at the end of the game or if it was right before halftime when everyone in the world knew that they were going to be in a hurry-up offense, and we went in there with our backup defensive lineman. We didn't have Moore or Barham on the field, and they came on the field 2 plays later. Like, shit like that is what concerns me the most, is when you put yourself in situations where there's a mismatch because you don't start with your best players on the field, right? If your best players on the field are gassed and you're rotating to keep them fresh, I'm fine with that, but it's when you get yourself caught up in a mismatch and have to waste a timeout because you were trying to be smarter than you needed to be over rotating.
So what Derek said, that's the most important part, but I think second too, I mean, some of these guys just like build off of that momentum on the line as well too. Like a guy like Barham, you're gonna change him out like every other play too, but like Yeah, I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I like the depth that we have. I mean, I think we're strategizing.
I was about to say I like our depth.
Strategizing is a little bit different, though. I don't think they're thinking about the things that we're talking about, maybe. But we don't get paid millions of dollars.
I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like this, but I've felt like this really the last 2 years, especially. So this year and last year, like sometimes we almost coach so we don't have players transfer away from the program. Instead of like I feel like we've got too many positions where we just want to say everybody's a starter. Right?
The problem to have
is, man.
Problem to have.
I know, but instead of saying that, like, oh, we've got 4 starters at linebacker and we've got 8 starters on defensive line and it's 1A and 1B. No, have 1s and have 2s, right? You've got your starters and you got your backups, and your starters are your starters.
Yes,
because it's not just
into professional football. It's a business. There shouldn't. What Derek is saying, I mean, you're 100% right. That's what we should be doing. If you don't like competition, we got the money to go get someone else that wants to compete. It's a business now. It's a biz.
And but it's not just a D line. We do it. We've done it with the D line. We've done it with linebackers. We've done it in the secondary.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. I just think the way the thing is now, man, you know what I'm saying? We don't got time to be having kids that you told was gonna play because you told them they was gonna play to come here and have them not play. You understand what I'm saying?
So then
barring injury or something like that, but you know what I'm saying? Let these boys play, man. Y'all, we rotate everything. Let these boys get out there. Why not? That give them experience and that give us depth. And then next year when they come in, facts. But you know what I'm saying? That get them more time. I mean, more reps and live game action. That practice, man, it's their teammates, man. They ain't gonna be as vicious as a person that's trying to win the game. You know what I'm saying? This your neighborhood. When you go to try to defend your neighborhood, it get a little different when you're trying to defend your neighborhood. You know what I mean? So, like me and you,
some of that momentum, like not playing those guys more. And Nick Saban, when he would be on the recruiting trail, he would tell the kids straight to his face, like, I don't think you might not play. You might not play for 2 or 3 years.
But that's when money wasn't involved, though. That's when money wasn't involved.
Money was involved.
I think money was involved.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Now it's an even playing field.
Yeah.
Now it's an even playing field a little bit.
Like you could be out in the open with the money now, but you know what I mean.
TikTok clip.
Facts. But
another comment here from Draper. And Bryce's defense on velocity is thinking I'm throwing to guys who have won ships and been through the fire, catch the ball. You know, I in large part agree. Max with another comment. Last game though, Haynes ran a good amount of 6 to 8 yard runs. Yeah, and I just want to see more. You know, it's not the same boa constrictor offense, and it doesn't need to be.
Consistency, Max. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he do it. You know what I'm saying? A couple 5, 6, 7, 8 yard, but we was doing it every drive. You know what I'm saying? Like when we needed that 5 yards, we was getting it. It wasn't we had handed off and we was going to get it. Like, you know what I mean? Is it because our offensive line ain't getting a push? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But when Blake and them was back there, bro, we hand that boy off. You already knew what was going on. First down or touchdown or whatever we needed at that time. You know what I'm saying? We was getting it. Now we got to question that, or we got to put out some trick shit out our ass to try to get down the field, or creative shit, you know what I'm saying? More creative shit, like, to get down the field. But
yeah, there's a nastiness, and I think we were spoiled with we had a pretty nasty offensive line, and you know there is an attitude of if we need 2 yards, we're getting 4. If we need 3 yards, we're getting 5. And part of it was the offensive line. I think Haynes is completely capable of this as well, but you know, part of it was also Hassan Haskins was always getting an extra yard or two. Blake, even though Blake Corum's not a big dude. He's a thick dude. He's a bowling ball, but he was getting the extra yard. Khalil Mullins was getting the extra yard. So I think Justice Haynes is the same type of guy. The only thing that's different is that the offensive line doesn't quite have the same ability that we had back when we had Keegan and Zinter and Nugent and Trente Jones coming in as an extra offensive lineman and Carson Barnhart to take the line of scrimmage and move the line of scrimmage forward 1 yard. Right, that offensive line had a great ability to change the line of scrimmage.
I mean, we can't rewind. These boys got to make their own mark like them boys did.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Absolutely. We need to get like 10 or 11 Hillmans on both sides of the ball. Tons of flags, but my God, the other team would be injured. They'd have to fucking forfeit. I'd love it.
Well,
let hockey back in Sega Genesis. You just kill the other team. You don't even have to win the game. They'll forfeit.
Well, let's look ahead to Saturday. So, 3-1, another Big Ten game coming up on Saturday against Wisconsin, who has largely been struggling this year for the most part. They're going to have a good defense. Their offense has been pretty trash. But what are the keys to the game? What do we got to do to make sure that we don't end up having a way closer game than we need to? What do we got to do? Just make sure we go in the big house, we take care of business, and walk out 4-1.
Keep doing what we're doing.
Yep. I mean, I'm just gonna say, I think like someone already said it, like play action's gonna be key, but like we need to be able to pass the ball, and that might be 5-yard routes, right? But we need to get
no more of that screen shit.
Yeah, but I mean, even if that works a little bit, we need to get their defense backed up a little bit to play the pass so we can open up the running game. Now, if we can open up the running game, or if we just start that way and that's how it works out, we're going to blow them out. We're going to see a 78-0 fucking Rutgers game like we did years ago. That's the game I want.
Real quick, do y'all think he making a change at wide receiver? Was switching it up or bringing more people in because they know they got the run defense that they got?
No, I
and
think
they know we're going to need to pass.
It's in general.
You see what I'm saying?
It's in general.
Oh, okay.
We've dropped balls.
Okay.
We've dropped balls. And
okay.
I mean, we talked about it earlier, too. We talked about the Oklahoma game, like not running the right routes or we're blocking on a play we should be getting open for and catching an actual football. And that didn't happen. But no, I think this is a game that's going to be a true test for our offensive line, especially with the run blocking. But if we can accomplish some short throws, get Bryce comfortable, but then also get the running game going after that. And if we could just maybe we might just dominate him straight up with just the running game. Like, yeah, best rushing defense in the country. That's Wisconsin. But how many years have we played the best rushing defense? You know, I know it's a different team, and we've continued to dominate them. I think we're going to get ours regardless against Wisconsin, but they still have a strong defensive front. I'm just saying, I think we should throw a couple of quick slants, maybe some screens. I know it's boring, but like get that passing game going, get them thinking, and then open up that run game, and then just to dismantle this team because it's an old rivalry. Derek and I live here. I just hate their fans. Yeah, we're friends with some of them, but they annoy me. I'm surprised Corey didn't comment tonight, unless I missed it.
No, he didn't.
I don't like their fan base at all. It's different when you live in the place, when you play the team. So I hope we shit on them. I hope we absolutely shit on them. I think we're going to, but we gotta be able to play the little bit of a passing game. And I'm not saying deep ball or anything like that, but we got to be able to gain a little bit of confidence. And I think this is a good game to do that for our wide receivers to just make some of those short throws, get their defensive line and linebackers back a little bit, and then open up that running game. That would be my game plan and strategy for this weekend. Defense, I want to see some picks. I want Hill to have a fucking interception. It's been in your hands twice, dude. catch the ball. I know you play defense. You don't play wide receiver for a reason, but catch the damn ball and get a pick for me, dude.
He's catching it just as good as our receivers are now, though.
But I think I don't know if Edwards Jr., the transfer from Maryland's going to play. I know he's been hurt twice, been banged up quite a bit. I'm guessing he's not, but I think our defensive line, they better have a field day. We cannot overlook this team. It's Big Ten play. Wisconsin's still Wisconsin. I know they were better in the past in this program. Since I've existed on this planet, this is probably the worst I've ever seen this program in my entire life. But at the same time, Wisconsin's still Wisconsin. We cannot overlook this team. We got to beat the shit out of them. And we got to beat the shit out of them early. Still have that culture built in them, yeah. And I'd rather take a Wolverine, because Bears don't even fuck with Wolverines, over a stupid little skunk or a little badger. We'll be fine. Man,
real quick though, before you stop, what's your score prediction?
I'm thinking. I usually say 100-0. Like I haven't really thought about it strategically the last couple of years. Like I have, because we've been all pretty close the last few years. I think we're gonna get. I'm hoping we get like a Central Michigan game, and it's like 65 to 10. Damn. Or 65 to 3. I really do want to beat the shit out of them. There's no excuse why we shouldn't beat the shit out of this team.
I would love it. I don't think we're going to see it. I agree with everything you said is the keys to the game. One of the things that I would throw in is that our defense can't just... Defensively, we can't give up cheap stuff. Right? We can't give up cheap third down conversions. We can't let them extend drives. We can't give up cheap touchdowns that prevent us from pulling away and putting the game away. I think that our defensive line will be a mismatch. I think our linebackers will be a mismatch. I think with our defensive line and linebackers, if we do have Zeke Berry back, and we do have Jair Hill fully healthy too, I think our secondary is in a good spot. I think our defense has progressed every game this year, and I think it's going to be tough for Wisconsin's offense to do a whole lot. My prediction is 34-10.
And real quick too, the only reason it's going to be a close game,
bro, I was going to say the same thing, bro.
It's going to be because we make mistakes on defense. We get off we can't get off the field on third downs, and we make mistakes on offense as well too, and we turn the ball over. I mean, that's the only way Wisconsin's going to have a chance.
Going to hang around, yeah.
You got to play complimentary and clean football.
Dre, you were 34-10 too?
I swear to God.
No, he told me he was like 72-3. That's what he said.
I hope it be like that. I hope.
I'm 63. You guys want me to talk about if I'm close?
34-10.
Deal. I'll buy you Taco Bell next week for lunch if it's 63-0. All right. One last comment that came in here. P Maximus, are you concerned about our culture with the transfer portal outside of Underwood? Haynes, Barham, Hausman, McCauley, Metcalf are our best players, right? Those guys transferred into the program. That's a tough one, man. P Maximus, you're loading us up with some tough questions here.
Max,
yeah, in a sense, right? Because it's not. It's tough, right? So a lot of our core team, you're right, outside of Bryce, was not recruited to Michigan. They transferred into Michigan. I don't know. I think that it's got to come from the coaching staff a little bit to lay the foundation on what the culture is supposed to be. I think that previously that came from it came from the players, but it came from the players embodying Jim Harbaugh's identity. And I think Ben Herbert had, I think if you look at something that was hidden underneath what helped create the culture that led to Michigan winning a championship, I think it was Ben Herbert and his relationship with the players and what he created as
I would sell my fucking soul to get Ben Herbert back right now.
No, I swear.
Tonight.
Oh, I wish we could get him back, bro. Oh, man.
Give me a fucking pen and the contract.
But yes, I think that is concerning. However, I think that a lot of programs are in the same boat. I mean, if you look at Oregon, Oregon is almost annually a transfer portal quarterback program. Look at some of the other programs. Look at Ohio State has
side note,
a handful.
Some of these schools don't even want to play a spring game because their players are going to get poached. So you have to look at the other side too. They will anyways if it's not at the if it's not then it's going to be at the end of the year. So it's just the world we live in, man.
Oh, good score, Max.
Max with a prediction 42-7.
Yeah, just that Max just had 20 more points to Michigan. And you gotta go. We're good. Nice, me too.
P. Max Smith, thanks to Michigan Fanatic. That's what we are. We are, and just a reminder to everyone that's listening, we're Michigan. This podcast is by Michigan fans for Michigan fans, which is we don't ever want to necessarily portray ourselves as like experts or insiders or anything. We're just diehard Michigan fans, and we're trying to connect other diehard Michigan fans with each other, and with if anyone's listening and doesn't follow our group on Facebook, go search for the Victors Nation on Facebook and join the group, because we connect so much Michigan content to fans from other sources, from Blue by 90, from Wolverines Wire, from Maize and Brew, from Michigan Insiders, right? We try and connect content. Dre's always connected with pretty much every signing that has ever taken place. So if there's a player event, if there's a Michigan event, Dre's gonna have pictures and videos of him there. The one time that I tried to rely on Dre to take a picture, though, was with me and Ronnie Bell. And it looked like
someone like smeared their thumb all over it. Like, it was like horrible.
It looked like in the movie. It looked like in the movie. It looked like in the movie Yes Man when they're doing that scene where they're running and taking photographs.
That's what he looked like. He looked like he was on his way to talk to someone else. He's like, "Yeah, here you go," and he just throws you the phone.
Oh man! I
it was dark the next day, outside too.
I'm like, man, what's going on with them? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, that's how our picture came out. This bull.
One last final score prediction: Draper, 38-13. In the ballpark there.
Just add 30 more points to that Draper, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Lastly, Derek, you want to do another shout out for Cora?
Yeah. So another reminder, we're going to be promoting this as long as we need to. Cora's crew. Yeah. So again, for those of you that haven't watched the podcast yet, you can find it on our YouTube channel at the Victors Nation. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. But we did a special podcast with Katie Fuller, mother of Cora, who, if you're watching the podcast and not listening to it on Spotify or Apple, we've got pulled up here. 6-year-old diehard Michigan fan, unfortunately battling childhood leukemia. We've been partnering to do everything we can to help raise money for the family. Great story if you want to listen to the podcast, but even more importantly, how can you help? You can help in multiple ways. Reach out to us. We can give you the Venmo to Katie Fuller, and you can donate right directly to the Fuller family. If there's other things that you want to help out with, let me know. They're always looking for just unique things that you wouldn't think of. So Katie had just posted something the other day about they're gonna be taking a trip, and who can come watch the dog, right? So that they can take a family trip. So like if there's outside the box things where you're like, hey, that maybe I could help out in a different way, reach out to us, because we would be more than happy to connect you and figure out how you can. Or we just had the Cora's Crew t-shirts pulled up. So on our website, on our store, thevictorsnation.com/shop, you will find a Cora's Crew section there. where we're selling t-shirts and sweatshirts. That includes kids t-shirts with the Michigan schedule on the back of it, and all proceeds are being donated to the Fuller family. And on that note, a couple more comments came in.
Real quick, you guys
appreciate you, Max.
Love you too, Max. And then Maximus, you guys have great chemistry. And then also
we brothers, man. We brothers.
And we also are very good looking too. So,
and on that note,
Max. I'm just saying it early.
I get it. On that note, Dre, you want to sign us off?
Once again, we would like to thank you all for tuning in to the Victors Nation experience. If you haven't, hit your notification bell so you won't miss another episode. Tune in to every place you listen to podcasts. We there. Come join the Facebook group, X, and TikTok. We getting it together as we speak. So bear with us, man. We're 3 working men with families. But love one another, respect one another, and always go blue.
Go blue.
God bless you, PMX.